up, YouTube? The president has been kidnapped by ninjas. It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDubs Arcade Loft, MichaelB the Game Genie, and Console Kits with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
I don't know why I'm here. All right.
That's it. That's it.
That's all you got.
We got 10 seconds.
10 seconds. What, we're gonna do 3 intros?
Yeah, I love multiple intros, man. It's hilarious.
You know, 10 seconds isn't that short a time. Like, you're making guys feel inadequate here.
Babies have been made in less time.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor in the live chat. Say hello to Justin Console Kits. Welcome to the Super Game Room Dudes Friday Funhouse.
Well, thank you very much for joining. This is now my show, so it's called Super Game Room Dudes with Justin, with special guest PDubs Arcade Loft, Detroit Loved, and MichaelB the Game Genie. I'm filling in for Restalgia. And Restalgia runs the show, right? I'm supposed to be the showrunner.
Yeah, Restalgia. He does a lot.
He's like does all the research.
Yeah,
I mean, he brings all the Cliff's notes.
Yes. Guys, I do want to apologize for Restalgia. Restalgia is not feeling himself today. He woke up, he washed his hair, and during the blow dry, it didn't have the same bounce it normally has, so he couldn't bear to be on camera. So I apologize, but Restalgia's just having a bad hair day and can't be here.
Yeah. Did he give us are we allowed to say why he's really not here?
No, it's their hair day. Let's leave it at that.
It has nothing to do with it.
That's Restalgia calling Detroit Love right now, being like, can you figure out a way to cancel MichaelB? Is there a way?
Randy says, where's the other old guy? Restalgia's actually the youngest out of our crew. Isn't that
right?
Funny?
Yeah, super young.
Super young, man. Super young. Wow. What a week. What a week in gaming, guys. When I think about it, home arcades, lots of stuff going on. Then, of course, console gaming, VR gaming. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, so I'm pretty excited about it. So what do you guys want to chat about first? Let's go ahead and get the show started properly.
I don't know, man. If you got some assets ready, let's rock and roll with
I have no assets. I knew. Why did you, man? You were such a dick, dude. I have no assets ready. I was a victim of a 3-hour nap this afternoon. I don't know about you.
Well, speaking of naps, why don't we talk about the Collectorcade?
Do you want to kick it off with the Collectorcade? All right, let's talk about the Collectorcade.
Sure.
Here's what I noticed is, obviously, I do watch other YouTube content creators, and I noticed that this thing seems to be being panned.
Universally,
Universally panned, and it's not like it's some kind of Illuminati type thing. It's just literally like, it's nice to see that there's a lot of people on the same page, but I'm human being. I kind of feel bad about Arcade1Up. I'm like, I can't find a single video where someone said the Collectorcade looked great.
Oh, I don't think they care either.
Yeah.
Not at all. They couldn't care less what we think about the Collectorcade.
Because we're the 1%ers?
Not that. I think it's a cash grab at the checkout at Walmart. That's all it is. They know it. We all know it. Namco knows it. Midway knows it.
Yeah.
Is $100 a cash grab, though? I mean,
it's a lot of money. I mean,
yeah. They start there, and they'll go down to 20, and they'll still make a profit.
Carl, did you see all these videos on those Collectorcades, buddy? What did you think about those, man?
I didn't see all of them. I saw yours. I would have rather they went after Numbskull and made them look like the real arcades. If you're going to make them small, give you something to collect. I mean, it looks like a miniature. I'm not sure if it's plastic or wood at this point in time, but it looks like a miniature. The one the style that we didn't like on the 3/4 scale that we hoped they would change to make it look like more of authentic. You say, okay, I'm just going to take that stamp and make it smaller. Yeah, and then splash the kick plate with the names again. It's just like a blast from 2018 on a smaller, crappier form factor.
Right.
I love the Numbskull because it looks like a real arcade.
Yeah.
It plays, even though it looks like that in tiny joystick, you can actually play it. So I get the joy out of that. I collect it and I play it. I don't have a shelf to put anything on, so I don't have a shelf full of things. Um, I see these things like at Aldi. They have all these little arcade things. Sometimes they're much cheaper than $100. I look at them like, no, but people do buy them at a much lower price. $100 is going to make it a little tougher. You're getting up in the countercade when you start talking over $100.
Yeah.
And so you're competing. You're putting that product up against that. The countercade, I think, is a really nice product if you have the battery in it. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but they put them on the shelf somewhere. Somebody's going to buy it. That's just the reality of it. I think most of us are going to pass on it, except for PDubs. He's going to get one of them. But outside of that,
I thought Detroit Love would be all over this. This is the first Arcade1Up that has batteries. You should be like, oh my God, it has batteries.
No, there's a difference between it having a battery and having a place to put batteries.
Right. Yeah. It should be rechargeable. You shouldn't be making something in 2022 that doesn't have a rechargeable battery.
I
will
and
at $100 too.
Yeah, I will say I can see the creative process for this with them every single time. They should have turned right. They turned left. Should we put a rechargeable battery in it? No, that costs a lot of money. Double A's are where it's at, man. People love buying double A's. Should we put the arcade ROMs on it? No, that'd be too hard. Console ROMs are where it's at. That's what you want to put on a mini arcade. What's our competitive advantage? Well, we got a couple games, couple console games, and guess what? It looks like a mini Arcade1Up because people love Arcade1Up. They love that so much more than the original arcade cabinet. Why would you want anything to look like that?
Well, because it has console games and we have console kit here, I bet he has something to say about
I have
this.
a couple things about it. First thing is, I get it. We don't know what the U.S. price is. The U.S. price could be $30, $50, $100. But the reason why it doesn't have arcade ROMs on it is because it doesn't have a computer in it that runs an operating system that can run any of the emulators. It's one of those really crappy Nintendo on a chip ASIC, which is at high scale super cheap. So even though they debut it at some big price, I think it's going to, these are going to be lower down in price and they'll still have a margin. Share the screen just for a second. My second thought on it, we're all ignoring this biggest thing, is that Shack price right here, $6.99, which is the same as the Golden Tee $6.99. They released the Collectorcade to hide two things. Boom, we got NBA Jam Shack Edition with the price. Might be similar to that Golden Tee. And also, they're starting to sell Arcade1Up with t-shirts. Who doesn't want a t-shirt? We're all focused on the wrong thing.
It's all about the merch.
I will admit, I will admit we are focused on the wrong thing. I think we should still focus on the Collectorcade for a second because there's a lot to digest here from the Collectorcade. But I think the biggest thing to take from the Collectorcades being real is more than likely, since this piece fits into the puzzle, the rest of the puzzle is going to fit as well. So that means the rest of the GameFly leaks were probably true as well.
There you go.
What were the other GameFly leaks? You're talking about like the NFL Blitz and stuff?
Yeah, just these small games nobody's heard of, obscure stuff like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Time Crisis, and NFL Blitz. Yeah,
a lot of people. I saw a couple of comments, people saying that grandmothers would buy this during Christmas in our live chat. I think the Collectorcades are. I think that's the future road of those products.
Now, what about the head-to-head? Like the head-to-head.
I like this product.
This, PDubs, maybe you can tell us. You have that Pong.
Yes.
So based on the Pong, what could you describe this will be like?
Well, what I can, the video I put out on my channel yesterday about this, I actually said a lot of positive things about this because that Pong head-to-head, I mean, it's the exact same mold, looks like the exact same build quality, exact same screen. Yeah, the joysticks and buttons are typical Arcade1Up joysticks and buttons, but how much do you need for playing Pac-Man and Galaga? It's not like a fighting game, right? So, I love this unit. My wife loves this unit, the Pong one, and obviously, I think that this was a great idea by Arcade1Up. I think that this is a great product, and I think that hopefully it'll be a hit. Hopefully, people will like it as well. If you didn't like Pong, but you're interested in this form factor, maybe you'll like this form factor. You know what I mean? Because guys, this was super cool. It's super impressive when you take it out of the box and you play it. I really like this product. It's just that it's Pac-Man, you know what I mean? It's Pac-Man, so I got too much Pac-Man in my life. That's what I said in my video. I got too much Pac-Man in my life.
So I really like it as well. I think it's a really cool idea. A lot of people don't have room for cocktail cabinets in their house, but they love the idea of playing cocktail head to head. And the fact that you can just pick this up, plunk it on a table is an awesome idea. That was the idea supposed to be with my Dressercade, or when it had a better name. But I think what Arcade1Up have done here is really smart. The only thing I don't like about it, I wish there was some way they maybe could have emulated what a countercade looked like in this. Like, it's too busy for me with tons of art and stuff like that. I would rather see this, you know, with the wood grain top and make it like a miniature version of like an actual
like a cocktail
cabinet.
Yeah. See, I think what they need to come out with is a head-to-head partycade. This is just too small for me. If it's got a 17-inch screen, imagine a head-to-head partycade, and they literally need to call it that.
Justin, I'll make you a head-to-head partycade. I'll just buy 2 partycades, roll of duct tape, and I'll just tape them together.
No, but think about it. Like the partycade is only like $250. Lay that sucker down, put joysticks on each side.
Yeah.
Why not? Head-to-head partycade. And then we need a head-to-head babycade.
Mike, I like the artwork on this one, although I do see what you're saying. Like, if this looked like, you know, like the cabaret wood grain style, like a cocktail, kind of like the wood grain finish that they have on the Pong version of this, right? Which looks really good in person.
Yep.
I think that would be cool too. Who's to say they're not going to do both? You know how Arcade1Up is about skins. Yeah. Watch this one comes out, and then 6 months from now, here's the wood grain version of this, right? Same product, different cover, right?
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. What else are we what else do we see on there on that website, Justin?
Hold on. What size screen is that Pong? Is it a 7-inch?
That's the same 8-inch screen that's in the 2-player countercade. So it's got the, you know, pretty good viewing angles on it.
Yeah.
And everything. So
it has
the screen. Go ahead.
It has to have good viewing angles, being laid down flat like that on the table, because that's where you'll see the ghosting the most if it's a shitty screen.
That's right. So another thing I noticed is, okay, so look at the price of the Dragon's Lair in the UK, $429. Compare that to, say, the Golden Tee at $699. It sounds like they're getting a deal in the UK on that Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for those in the UK.
Unless they don't have the accurate price right now.
It says pre-order now.
Yeah, sometimes mistakes happen.
I guess. To everyone that's in the chat that's in the UK, go order this right now. That's an incredible price.
Mistakes happen. I mean, earlier this week, Target accidentally put up a $150 Marvel pinball table, and Amazon changed the price, and all the Amazon people got their tables. So
yeah,
mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Good
all
stuff.
Right.
Good stuff. What else is going on in the world of Arcade1Up besides these?
But can we just go back to the Collectorcade, because I think we really burned through that a little bit too quickly.
you really want to
really
no
touch on it.
I don't want to trash it. It's just I agree with you, PDubs. I do feel bad. This is being universally panned, and I tried to say it in my video too. I can't really comment on it until it comes out, but I didn't get a chance to watch your video, but I like what you said with the good, and let's talk about where the good is with the Collectorcades, because
There's
I know
good.
what I think what I think Arcade1Up is banking on that differentiates them from some of the other products in this realm, even if they're not trying to go against Numbskull, and this is a MichaelB competitor, is the fact that where Arcade1Up has competitive advantages is in the fact they can offer multiple games. And maybe there's some question about the quality of the controls on some of these other products. I mean, if you play the Numbskulls, they're 1-for-1 recreations, but like, I mean, that control stick is really small. Arcade1Up's probably going to offer something a little bit more comfortable to play, maybe buttons that are a little bit bigger. So that might be an advantage. I also mentioned this in my video. They have a bigger distribution chain. I mean, they can get in places some of these other companies can't, and they get specific licenses. So I think we'll see what happens with these. I mean, for $100, I think they're swimming upstream. But like Justin said, when this goes down, maybe there will be some value in this. I don't think this is a product for me, but maybe there will be some people that are interested in it.
Nooner says you can't polish a turd, Mike. Although, Mike, I think you made a few fair points there. A few of them. I mean, whoa, man. I think Carl's having internet problems. I know it was storming in Chicago, and Detroit's not that far away.
Well, if you look in his background, there's a reason I think YouTube's trying to kick him off the stream.
I have a good. Go ahead. I have a theory after that.
Yeah, real quick, guys. $5 donation from Akuma Rev. Put your quarters on the glass. Detroit Love, he loves your new background. Dubs, great stream. Keep up the Lord's work. Mike B, congrats on the new boy. We pray for health and happiness for you all. Now, there is the power of positivity. And guys, make sure you watch Put Your Quarters on the Glass later tonight. I think he's got a couple big interviews planned this weekend. So make sure you guys tune in.
Oh, yeah. Kenny Omega. Power of positivity. Give the man that pop.
By the way, real quick, guys, Carl, I don't know if this is gonna embarrass you or not, but dude, I have to show this off. Guys, that is Carl's monitor in the background. Look at your monitor, man. Tell people what that monster is.
It's a 34-inch wide screen, ultra wide screen. I just got a new PC, and you see I got the new speakers. Keyboard's the same, but yeah, I like it. I like the setup. So I got to get something to get my virtual pinball set up finally on the At Games ALP. So that's the plan.
Detroit Love's all like.
There you go.
Anyway, share my screen for a second.
Oh,
just 1 second, really quick.
Okay, Mike. All right, hold on.
We're still talking about Collectorcades, okay?
No, share Detroit Love screen just for 1 second because we're not finished with that.
Wait, Mike, hold on. Do you want me to share his screen or your screen? What's
Detroit Loves.
Detroit Loves. Okay, so what about?
So if you take a look in the background, you can notice on the bottom of the screen, these are Detroit Loves mystical gremlins that
I got gremlins in my system.
Well, I just noticed that you got the
they move around, right? They're full on virtual
ladies doing
interactive
Love. He's like doing Excel documents. He's like, oh, these numbers are crunching, and so are the babes.
Is that wet girl thing that you guys are always talking about? Is that
that's different.
Wet girls, but they're not.
But also Detroit Love, he's enlightened us recently. He's like, there's a reason why I'm called Detroit Love.
I literally was impressed with your monitor. I had no idea that there were the girls on the screen. I completely
because I was looking at it earlier and I was like, I really hope this is a green screen because if this is live, those girls are not going to have clothes for long and we're going to get demonetized.
Yeah. All right, Mike. I got to, per our contract, we have to use this window format during the show to make sure we get you your just due. So
put Justin on now. Justin has some stuff he wants to talk about.
All right, share the screen for a second. All right, so if you take a look, let's walk through it. So MiArcade at Walmart, $59. Remember that price in the United States.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Didn't this product right here? Didn't this get like a whole bunch of bad reviews? Like I recall watching videos where everyone was crapping on this, or is this thing good? Just real quick.
I don't think it's very good.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we got the MiArcade, $59 in the United States. Let's go over to the UK. In the UK, $59. What is it? UK pounds? Do we say pounds?
Pounds. Yeah,
okay,
pounds.
59 pounds. Let's go to the MiArcade Street Fighter 2, 59 pounds. You go to the Pac-Man Collectorcade, 69 pounds. I think they're pricing in the UK competitively against the MiArcade, 10 pounds more. So who's to say that when we see this in the US that it's not $69, not $99?
Where did 99 come from?
I think it's the math of pounds. So I think, if you take 69 and you...
The 99 was from the GameFly leaks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, GameFly. Yeah, that's right. GameFly said 99. Well, I'll tell you what. If they come in at 69, it's still too much money.
But for the MSRP price, that's not bad. And then you just wait a little while. Black Friday, they'll all be like $20.
And they all like Walmart always have fire sales on these things, so I don't think that's the issue. 69 is definitely a better price, considering you have 3 games as opposed most of those things only have 1 game. So it's still at that point becomes a better product. But again, I just don't like the form factor, but that's not going to change the sales of it. If they put them on the shelves, they're going to move. Pac-Man always moves. So there's no doubt.
Those girls behind you always move.
Yeah, well, everybody will buy
except
Pac-Man
on the green
all
screen.
The time. Yeah. Bobby Broadway mentioned Puppet Mastercade. I actually watched the original Puppet Master movie this week. It was on Shudder. Finally got to Shudder, and I love that movie. I haven't watched Puppet Master 2 yet. I refuse to watch Puppet Master 3, but funny that you brought that up. And there's a super chat there from Goofyfoot that I think is relevant.
Yeah, it's about you, so why don't you read it?
Michael B isn't buying any Collectorcades. That's proof. These are bad.
Michael B always says he's not going to buy things, and then he ends up buying it. So there's no proof in that at this point in time.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a line in the sand that often gets crossed.
But that's Street Fighter My Arcade though. That Street Fighter My Arcade had the ability where you could play versus another unit, if I recall, and I think it was the Real Arcade ROM too, right? And that one had more features than like these. This is your typical My Arcade device right here, this Miss Pac-Man, guys. And what this thing offers you is exactly what the Arcade1Up Collectorcade offers you. Very small unit, very small screen, a console ROM, batteries. You have to bring your own batteries, no USB ports for bringing controllers, no HDMI, etc. And if this thing is $30, this is anywhere from $15 to $30, depending on what Walgreens or CVS you find it in, or Target or Walmart. Why is the Arcade1Up, which is brings you the exact same value as this, why is it still, even if it comes in at 69, Justin?
Because it's taller.
It's too much money.
It's too much more games.
Yeah, probably they're like, let's just get that tiny bit of edge and get it just a tiny bit higher than My Arcade.
We got another $5 donation from Goofyfoot. They would sell better if they were advertised as arcade bookends.
There you go.
I mean, we do put these on the shelves. Arcade1Up bookends. That would be kind of interesting. Stardust goes, so it's poop.
Sadly, yeah. I mean, I was hoping for the same thing that I think... Yep. Was it Detroit Love you said earlier? I was hoping that they were actually going to compete with, and maybe that's why I look at it this way. I was hoping they were going to compete with Replicade and they were going to compete with Numbskull. Not that I wanted to see somebody tear down those companies, but Arcade1Up has such a powerful licensing background. John D has got so many relationships with all these arcade companies now. And then on top of that, the retail expertise they have, if they did come out with a competing product, which is what I was hoping these were, Arcade1Up could just put so much of the stuff out so quickly. And I thought they would do a really good job. So I guess I'm double disappointed because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought they were going to be like a Replicade. I thought they were going to be like a Numbskull Quarter Arcade. I thought they were going to be really well replicated original arcade machines, just Arcade1Up's version of that, especially at the $100 price point.
Now, I have a question. Now, if these things are made out of wood as opposed to plastic, does that change your mind as far as the quality of it, the price of it? I mean, because the countercades are really solid. That's one of the things I like about that thing. You sit that thing down, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That thing is built like a tank. And so I don't know that they're going to make these things the same way, but if they do, I think that gives it, as far as durability and longevity of the product, because those little plastic things, if you actually are playing those things are liable to get broken a lot faster than if it's made like the countercade, which is smaller. So we'll see.
That's true. I agree, Carl. The Arcade1Up countercades, the 2-player countercades, as well as the head-to-head tabletop like the Pong, such a huge improvement versus the Generation 1 countercades. Like, I'm a big fan of their 2-player countercades and the like that Pong tabletop that I have. I mean, it's like it took them a while to get to where, they made a product that I could say, wow, this thing is pretty cool. But But hey, at least they got there, right?
Maybe this is what they do. They put out the crappy version first, see how bad people complain. We can see it. Gen 1 was put out a crappy version. We don't know how it's going to go. And then listen for feedback. Oh, the deck protector. You want a deck protector. Oh, you want better screens. Oh, you want better controls. Okay, let's work on that. Let's do the countercade. Okay, let's do a crappy screen. People hate the crappy screen. Let's go a little higher. Think about the coin door. Let's do a sticker on there. No one's going to like the coin door. Wait, let's come out with one that's with the mold. Oh, everyone loves the mold? We can stop there. Imagine if we would have said we hated the coin door. It should be usable. Maybe they would have went to a third iteration. But they stopped.
But they did go to a third iteration. John D's already confirmed that for the Pro Cabs.
It's light up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
And can we just say this? Arcade1Up makes toys or tastemakers. They're a toy company. Is it okay for them to make a toy that doesn't have to look exactly like a replica?
Totally.
The original. Can they just make a toy that somebody's just going to buy and play with and don't care? But they're calling it Collectorcade. That kind of puts it in a different category by calling it Collectorcade, because if it's a toy, if it's for a collector, I don't know. So that's the only thing that has me, a little unsure. But again, until we see it, it's just all speculation.
Look, the reality is there's a reason why they called it a Collectorcade. And if you share my screen for a second, I'll reveal it. A Barbie is 11.5 inches tall. And you can't call it a Barbiecade because Mattel owns that, right? So they had to call it a Collectorcade. These are not made for us. They're made for Barbies. These are the Barbiecade. There. I gave it a name. From now on, henceforth, everyone will call it Barbiecade.
So are these going to be little arcades that you buy for, like, can I buy this for my daughter for her to put in her Barbie dollhouse?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Barbiecade.
Oh, I can just
the people
see it now.
in Australia are going to hate it.
Every podcast, every YouTube video, people are going to be calling it the Barbiecade.
The Barbiecade.
Oh, man, you guys got to stop naming stuff. Real quick, I got to say a couple things to the live chat. Stardust, I want to say thank you guys for keeping the community live and giving a place for arcade addicts to hang out and chat. That's why we do what we do, my friend. Tyler Vandervoort with a massive $20 donation. You did not have to do that, my friend, but we greatly appreciate it. What was the iArcade announcement? I am dying to know. And who really wants these Collectorcades? What's the appeal? I would like to know who is spending any real time playing these. P.S. Detroit Love is a love legend. Wow, he definitely got his $20 worth. There's a lot to unpack here. Real quick, Carl, yes, you are the man. You are Detroit Love. We all know that. When it comes to Collectorcades, if I'm going to spend something like $100 that I want to put on my shelf and be proud of, and
or $69,
right? I want it to be of good quality. You know what I mean? I want it to be new wave toys, and actually there was a guy on my video, and don't worry, Tyler, we're going to unpack all of your super chat. There was a guy who commented on my video from yesterday who said, well, PDubs, you realize that, the Arcade1Up, you're not even going to play it. You're just going to stick it on your shelf. And I'm like, not true. Because these I have on display in my arcade loft. In my opinion, these are worth putting on the shelf. You know what I mean? When it comes to this crap, do you know where these are in my house? These basic funds and stuff like that. And I understand that these have a following. You know what I mean? Every product out there has a following.
Your toilet room?
Yeah, tiny arcades that make these ones, these my arcade, they have following. And I mean, no offense to you guys, but in my opinion, where these are in my house? They're in a drawer, hidden.
I thought you were gonna say bathroom.
You know what I mean?
Like, if you don't use this my arcade.
I don't have this on display in my house. I have all my other ones on display. So
when PDubs is doing a P dump, he's playing his my arcade.
A P dump. That's hilarious. All right, let's go back. Okay, what was the iArcade announcement? I am dying to know. Obviously, so this gets tricky, right? Because some of us on this panel are aware what the announcement's going to be. And the one thing that I personally don't like is speculating about stuff when you already know what it is.
It's great. I have no clue what it is. I'll speculate.
I know, but speculating about stuff when you already know what it is, I don't think that's fair to the viewers. So I don't want to do that. And obviously, if we reveal it, that's going to cause an issue with iArcade. You know what I mean?
Well, they know that I don't know. It's a trackball. They're going to do a trackball. Okay? There's a USB port that they're putting on the machine, and then you can play Golden Tee on the iArcade. That's what I think it is. Tell me it's not.
It's not.
Ah, damn it. Okay, so that narrows it down to the thing I really think it is.
Okay, so
And I can't say that.
I'll do it. No one else will do it. So all the broken Arcade1Up Tron sticks, the iArcade have glued them back together, and you're going to be able to use them with your iArcade.
Yeah. What I can say is, obviously, what they wanted to show was obviously it's really cool. And then, of course, they discovered last minute issues, so they pulled the announcement, which is a shame because we had a really great interview on Multicade Mondays with Michael, and he was so excited about it. But one of their engineers discovered a bug, and so of course they pulled it, because if they're going to broadcast it and show it, they want it to be running efficiently. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, I'm sure within the next couple of weeks. Now, here's also what's interesting too, is he did reveal on their live stream today that it sounds like Jong is going to be back next week, and due to the size of this announcement, maybe Jong wants to be involved in the announcement. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So maybe that's another reason why, reasons on top of reasons. So,
All right, it's Gun for IR. Boom! They're releasing an II. Oh, Gun for IIR. There you go.
Oh, that's a nice little play. That's a nice little
There you
play.
go.
Goofyfoot gave us a $5 donation. They are titles directed at 40 and 50-year-olds. Arcade1Up is out of touch with its fan base. Was he talking about the Collectorcades?
Yeah, I think he's
so.
still talking about
we
the
gotta-
Collectorcades.
Yeah,
But
we appreciate it, Goofy, but we gotta,
I do want to make a quick comment. Not every
Yeah.
40 and 50-year-old has the level of interest and dedication to detail that some of us in this community does. So while he's 100% right, most people that want to buy a Mortal Kombat 2 style cabinet are going to be, our age range. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're as detail oriented as us. There's some people that are going to be walking through Walmart one night, looking at toaster ovens with their wife saying, "Man, I hate being here. Oh, look, there's Mortal Kombat 2 arcade. I'm going to buy that shit." And that's what's going to happen.
Michael B., you have a son.
Yeah.
Let's say you're thinking about how to calculate how to afford college for your son. And now you're an executive at Arcade1Up that gets company stock every year based on the success of the company. You tell me don't do a Collectorcade in that meeting. Go ahead, say it. Don't do a Collectorcade.
Don't
Now,
do a Collectorcade.
You could put your son through college if you say yes, because it's gonna make money.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be millions of people that buy it. And then there's gonna be a ton of people that say Arcade1Up is losing touch with the community. And then, in 6 weeks, you just come out with NFL Blitz, and then those people shut up. Come on, you're gonna do it, right? You're gonna say yes. You're a CEO of a company, right?
I know.
Would you say yes?
Listen, man, I'm just saying I don't think these are for me. I think that they will sell. They're not what I wanted them to be, but they are what they are.
Well, Justin, I look back to 2018
Mm-hmm.
when these things were announced, the 3/4 scale, and people were like, these things are trash. Why would anybody buy them? You were one of the first people that had 3 of them. You had your home arcade before most of us had, because I think you didn't make it to 2019 before you had at least 3 in your house.
I think that's
I
right.
mean, but people were saying that back then, and look at the success of our arcade. So I mean, not arcade, but Arcade1Up. You know what I mean? So you can't go by what people are saying, because they're obviously not speaking for everybody. But obviously there is a market, and they're going to start off with Pac-Man as they always do, and they'll gauge whether these things should make more. So they're in the business to make money.
Yeah.
You got to make products. You got to make new things to stimulate more money. So
Yeah, I think they know something we don't, and that is how much money they're making off of all of the junk stuff they're also selling.
Yeah. So one thing with the Collectorcade that I found really interesting with the Mortal Kombat one specifically, there's no Mortal Kombat on it. It's Mortal Kombat 3, 2, and UMK3.
I think that's a typo myself. I think it's
No.
probably MK.
Nope.
It's
I think MK1 and the whole Mortal Kombat, Sega Genesis has Pacina on it. You have to pay Pacina extra money. You don't have to do it for MK2 and MK3 and Ultimate
Exactly.
Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I love you all, but we got to get off Collectorcades. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
So the iiRcade announcement was an iiRcade Collectorcade.
Boom.
Oh, got back to count. Okay, let's talk about the arcade.
It was leaked for the Arcade1Up, so they had to pull it.
$2 donation from Tyler. Console Kits is his hero. Hashtag Speculation Nation. Let's see here.
There was another one
Starpad.
up there too. You missed. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. We'll get to him. $5 donation. Think they had a moment of self-reflection. The platform is already going gaga over AAA games. Something that would only work with gold cabs is fatal.
Ooh, I like this. Theory Nation. Speculation Nation. What could it be? It's an accessory.
You said I missed another one?
No. That was the one. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, Dubs, if you want to do this first, but this has been the big hubbub from the iiRcade community this past week. People, original owners have their backup, especially the people that don't want to upgrade because they feel that this promise of new games that will be unattainable to them because they don't upgrade has really made them feel not included and made them feel left out to pasture. So it's a bit of a hard thing. People are really coming hard on this and saying that, you know, the comment keeps coming up, iiRcade screwed us. And like, I don't think it's that, but I'll let everybody else chime in on what their comments are.
Well, I hadn't heard any of that nonsense, but this is the reality with any product. You can wait forever for the next best one and never ever enjoy any of it. Or you buy it and enjoy what you got. It doesn't change your enjoyment of that product because a new one came out. If you want the one bad enough, you can sell this, put some money towards that one, or gift it to somebody else. There's a whole lot of options, but we've had this with Palm Pilots. We had this with Apple phones. You know, we had this with every product that's ever come out, even cars. You know what I mean? You buy it and the next model comes out with lane control and all this crap. You know what I mean? You can't, you know what I mean? You either buy what is available or you wait forever to never own anything. That's the reality with any product.
Just get a Tesla.
You know,
every year it's the same car. It's just the same car.
That's true. And you know, Carl, Detroit Love and I have been podcasting together for a very long time, about 3 years almost, my friend. And you know what's funny is, you know, I get messages occasionally from people, and they tell me, "PDubs, why do you still podcast with Carl?" You know what I mean? Like. And I take those comment messages that they send me offensively. You know what I mean? Because that right there is why I podcast with Carl. Those golden nuggets right there is why Detroit Love is part of this show. Because he tells everyone to stop whining. Stop whining, right, buddy?
Can I ask you? I thought it's beautiful that you provided Carl the compliment, and he absolutely deserves it. But why'd you have to say the negative stuff too? You don't need to tell him that people be right. You saying, why are you doing stuff?
He knows. He and I have had that talk, and you know, it's silly.
Those people aren't legit. That's who's not legit. People writing and saying stuff like that.
That's true. Sosa Fam Bam Bam is here. Gave us a $5 donation. You guys rock. Keep up the good work. Lord Sosa in the house, baby. And then I think that was it. But we got a lot of great comments here in the live chat. Oh my goodness, the live chat's really flying right now. Man, we got to get off the Collectorcades, guys.
So
I really want to move on.
I have questions about the iiRcade. So the iiRcade, is it true they took the actual computer, the PCB, and they've moved it out from the control deck, and it's now close to the monitor? Yes. And it's true that if you remove the control deck on your own, you're not going to void the warranty now.
Correct.
It's true that they're coming out with something that's a piece of hardware that's compatible with the new iiRcade, but not compatible with the old iiRcade.
Well, here's the funny thing too: is the old iiRcade still has Bluetooth, right? So, in my opinion, I think there's still potential there for the original iiRcade to still get some. Let's just say it's accessories going on their cabinets via Bluetooth connection, right? You know, if this new cabinet has an easier way to connect accessories to it, obviously that's more a plug and play solution. But I wouldn't count I wouldn't count like the old unit out completely. Like, you know what I mean? Like it'll never happen, or there's no other way around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, PDubs is not promising anything there. He's just
I'm
saying
not.
he's just
I'm
saying
not.
it's
I have
Bluetooth
hope.
compatible. It's Bluetooth compatible. So if it was a peripheral coming out that can be used with the gold right now, maybe eventually there's some way they can figure out how to work the Bluetooth,
Yeah.
make the peripheral work through Bluetooth.
I'm sticking with the gun for IIR.
Thanks for the super sticker, Aeromad. We greatly appreciate it. Aeromad also loves Detroit Love. We love Detroit Love. Guys, do me a favor. Stop sending me messages about Detroit Love. Detroit Love is one of my closest friends. iiRcade had a delay. Get out of here, Charlie Chuck. Sometimes that stuff happens, but even though their big announcement got delayed, whatever it is, whatchamacallit, they were still able to release a couple of games in their game store, plus get 5 more games online enabled.
Yep.
And I'm going to hype this game up because it's one of my favorite, guys. I know, Mike, you're jumping out of your seat to talk about Elevator Action Returns, but I'm super happy this game is on iiRcade. I love this game. I love the Elevator Action series.
I've never seen this game.
Yeah, me neither.
This game is super dope. So Elevator Action Returns, the sequel to Elevator Action, is super, super fun.
When
Now,
did this come out?
Today. on
No,
the
no, no, no.
iiRcade.
Like originally.
Today,
Oh,
this is a
couldn't
brand
tell
new
you.
game, just made.
Come on.
Taito just put it out in the Nintendo Switch store today.
No, like
You know?
the animations of the characters is very reminiscent of what's that game? Like After Dark? I can't remember. Like
Rolling Thunder.
yeah, Rolling Thunder. Yes, Rolling Thunder.
Oh,
That's good.
oh, what happened there? Sorry about that.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Could have
Looks
been worse. Porn could have came up.
All
what's
right.
what's the price on this, PDubs?
I think they $9.99.
Okay.
I mean, $9.99. Who cares? $10. It's 2 cheeseburgers. Who gives a crap? You get
Yeah,
to play this
I'll
game
pick
for
that one
hours
up.
and have fun.
I'm
Yeah,
not joking.
I
I've
agree.
never seen this game.
So I've made
94.
I've made my iiRcade purchases for the day. I actually spent quite a bit of money on games today, but maybe I'll go back and get this one too.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now. Sorry, guys.
He's literally purchasing the game right now. That's pretty cool. The graphics are similar to the Outfoxies per Cammy. Good to see Cammy here. I haven't seen Cammy in a long time. Hope you're doing well down in, I believe Cammy is down in New Zealand, or maybe even south of New Zealand. Let us know in the live chat, Cammy, if you're willing to share. But it's good to see you. Hopefully we're I wonder what time it is where she's at right now. Pliskin likes the game. John thinks it looks awesome. Great stuff, guys. I like this game. Super happy to see it come onto the iiRcade. Obviously, with other companies or products or devices, this game is included. You know what I mean? You get the Taito Egret, you get the Games Legends Ultimate. You have this game.
Oh,
But
it's on the Legends Ultimate already?
Yeah.
I'll test it out on the Legends Ultimate before I buy. That's a good idea.
There you go. What were you going to say, Carl?
Well, you're saying it's on the ALU. Is that through CoinOps or is that built in?
No, I think it's built in. I think they have Elevator Action and Elevator Action Returns on the At
Oh,
Games.
wow.
Guys, correct
Really?
me in the chat if I'm wrong. I think they do. Built
Interesting.
in on the At Games.
Oh, are you talking about on the newer one that has the Taito games on it?
Yeah.
Did the original Ultimate have that though?
It got
Think
added
so.
when they added the 40 games and they gave them away for free to everybody. It should be on there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not aware. I didn't know Sly Spy was on there when I played that for the.
Yep.
The
Oh,
contest either, so could be.
someone said on ALU it's actually pretty buggy. So
Yeah, that's what Antisocial Hero's opinion is. He says it's a little buggy on the At Games Legends Ultimate. It's also on the Gamer Pro, Gamer Core, built-in game. I mean, you have to admit, there are some pretty good games built into At Games products. It's just too bad that they haven't. They have no news for us to talk about the last few weeks. You know what I mean?
Well, you got 200 games. You can talk about one of those games every week.
For the next 4 years, you're set.
no. Yeah, I mean, let's save At Games for a little bit later, and we can't talk about At Games, but let's go back to this. So, Elevator Action Returns came out. What else came out today? Was it Twin Cobra?
Yeah, Twin Cobra came out as well, which is
Yeah.
isn't that the sequel to Tiger Heli? Is that the sequel to it?
Not 100% sure, but Twin
Yeah.
Cobra looks fun. Toplin shooter, helicopters, looks pretty badass.
Yeah, that one's cool too.
I mean, if you're a big, like, basically shmup fan, this is pretty much the cabinet to buy. I mean, they have so many good shooters on this. So many, and like I picked up one today called Grindstormer, which is an amazing vertical scrolling shooter, and it's like one of the rarest Sega CD games of all time. I didn't even know Grindstormer was on it. The minute I saw it, it was only $7.99. I was like, this is happening. So if you've never played Grindstormer, go check that one out too.
Now, and also they released 5 more games now online compatible. You have Breaker's Revenge, which Breaker's Revenge, although it's not like a Midway, Konami fighting game, Capcom fighting game, it's got a following. People like Breaker's Revenge. Breaker's Revenge is now online for you to do online fighting against each other. Heavy Smash, which is a futuristic version of, oh God, what is it? It's like soccer mixed with, oh God, what is it? I can't
It's
remember.
Bill Lambert's Combat Basketball, except different.
Yeah. Yes. Street Hoop. So if you want to play like a variation of NBA Jam, Street Hoop, you can now play against each other. Knuckle Bash, which I like. Michael B doesn't like, but I like Knuckle Bash.
I don't like it.
Beat 'em up game.
I don't like it.
Well, we're going to live stream it together, buddy. We're going to play some Knuckle Bash
All right.
together. We're going to be knuckles deep. Oh, wait, that didn't sound
That didn't
good.
go well.
that came out all wrong. And then Doyuin, which is a top-down shooter, is now co-op compatible as well. So, and of course, guys, these are all what they're calling their alpha launch. So there might be bugs, there might be performance issues. They haven't even hit beta phase of their online. We are the testers. But that's because they need the data. They need us playing the games to make sure that everything's working the way it should, guys. So don't be afraid to try out some online games. Reach out to a buddy and say, let's play online on our iiRcade and see how it goes.
So Dubs, what are you doing tomorrow night? I was gonna stream some iiRcade online action tomorrow night at some point. You're free? Let's do it, man.
Free. Yeah, we could do a co-op stream and play some Knuckle Bash.
Does it have to be Knuckle Bash?
Yes.
There's so many other games.
Well, we could try all the games. Just bring me in on Zoom on your OBS. Console Kids will teach us how to set it up because he knows everything.
Well,
sure.
I've never brought anybody in on Zoom. I think it's just a screen capture from like Skype or something like that. I can bring you in.
Same thing. Skype, Zoom, whatever. Just make sure it's full screen. You don't see any of the logos and stuff.
Yeah. You know, and I did comment on this when I interviewed Michael from iiRcade. What I noticed is the peer-to-peer, because you get to choose with iiRcade with their online gaming, guys. If you're not familiar, you could either choose to play through their servers or do peer-to-peer. Obviously, guys, from my experience testing this, peer-to-peer has worked better. Streaming, in my opinion, it felt to me very similar to streaming ArcadeNet on the AtGames products, where, you know, it just wasn't that great of an experience for me personally. So peer-to-peer, and Arcade1Up uses peer-to-peer, and very rarely do people complain about the Arcade1Up peer-to-peer. What they complain about is if the game has an issue, like Killer Instinct wasn't like they had glitches in the game. You know what I mean? They had nothing to do with the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that really blows away all the competition that iiRcade when it comes to online gaming, where they're like, we'll let you choose which way's better. I think in most cases they're going to find the net play works, but there are probably scenarios like the mesh network or your firewall is blocking any incoming traffic, and with the handoff and the handshake, it doesn't. The router just is like, no, I think this is gnarly connection, and you could probably work on that. Set some, you know, maybe there'll be an FAQ later that says if you're having trouble with your routers, try this and it'll make it better. But in those cases, you just switch to the online version. And then, I'm excited about it because Michael also talked about, this was a chat they had, you know, they're looking into other things, right? Like, how can they enhance the UI in such a way where the online gaming is more inviting? They're anticipating the idea of having like an actual lobby section where you can see all the people that are online and which games they want to play. And then maybe it'll be easier to find a companion to play with.
I am asking right now, iArcade, if you're listening, if anybody's listening, if you do come up with some kind of lobby system, can you have a button that says go to lobby, and then I come up on the screen and say, let's go down to the lobby, let's go down to the lobby, let's go down to the lobby and find ourselves a game.
Oh my god.
Well, what I liked about it was the way it's set up now is you have to go into the individual game to see if anyone has set up a room, right?
Right.
And if you think about it, that's also what you kind of have to do with a lot of the Arcade1Up machines as well. You have to go into the individual game to see if there's a room. I liked what Michael was saying, where he's like, hey, what if we just had one big lobby that you go in and it shows all the games? That way you don't have to hunt. Because keep in mind, guys, eventually they're going to have 150 some games online. Can you imagine clicking on 150 games one at a time to see if anyone's playing a game? One just massive lobby, and you're like, okay, this guy's playing that guy's playing that guy's playing that. Okay, I'm going to hop into that one. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Another way you could do it is if it was an invite. Like, they make it where, on your phone or whatever, you're like, there's a friends list, and you're like, hey, I want to send an invite.
Oh, yeah.
Gives you a key, you text it to the person, and then it like automatically shows up on there. Disney Plus has that for like if you want to watch a movie with your friend on Disney Plus, you can go on your phone and you find the movie and you like send someone a key. You send it to them. It takes them down a funnel where you can purchase Disney Plus if your friend doesn't have it. And once they do purchase and log in, they're watching that movie in synchronous, at exactly the same time and you can kind of like call each other. It's a cool feature.
I worry about that feature because I know if iArcade ever releases a golf game, I'm gonna get a million push notifications. Detroit Love is playing golf. Detroit Love is playing golf, like he does on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, so another weird rumor that came out this week was iArcade was possibly going to be releasing Golden Tee, and people were harassing Bill McLaughlin. How realistic is that? Where are people getting this from?
I don't know. I don't know. Isn't Golden Tee incredible technologies?
It is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Carl, but if they did put out a golf game, would you play it all the time? I mean, you love golf video games, my friend.
Yeah, I do. I haven't played the Switch in a while. Been kind of busy, but the convenience of the Switch, man, it's just nothing comes close to it.
Is your Switch still like smoking from 390 hours of
that's crazy.
The golf game?
What, in a month? Is that
it's still cooling down is what you're saying. It overheated a little bit.
So I mean, you could literally, if you have Detroit Love on your friends list, you could literally log in at any point in the day and he's playing that golf game at any point in the day.
Maybe it's just on by itself. Maybe that's what's happening.
Maybe.
Oh, I see. He's just trying to. He's actually playing Animal Crossing, and he's just trying to collect all the farming. Are you farming you can't farm in a golf game though, right?
I'm not aware. Now, does it tell you how long you've played the games, or it just tells people that's being nosy like you on the Switch? On the Switch, can I go in there and see how many hours I've played?
I've seen other people.
You go to my profile, and it'll tell you the list of the recent games you played and how many hours you played.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
It's been around since actually the Wii, because I remember my wife got really obsessed with Paper Mario for the Wii. And we were going through, remember the Wii, it had like how much time you spent. And we kept on going back. And I remember there's this like period of time where I just didn't see my wife at all. She's just playing Paper Mario. And I go back, I'm like, how much have you been playing this game? She's like obsessed with it. And I go back there, it said 25 hours. It said 25 hours in one day. And I was like, how is that possible? Time zone change.
Paper Mario on the Wii, though, Justin, like that had to be Super Paper Mario.
Super Paper Mario. It's Super Paper Mario. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Great
get another past the game,
Great
Genie.
game.
That's for certain.
Yeah, sorry I didn't say Superman.
No, I'm just trying to remember because Super Paper Mario wasn't really an RPG, so I'm trying to think about the amount of time being put into it.
She kept on beating it again and again, but like trying to collect everything, she'd do a second pass, She just loved that game. She'd hand me the controller and be like, I can't get past this part. Good times.
I got my wife to play when we were first seeing each other. I bought her what was it, Game Boy Advance, and she was looking for stuff to play. I said, maybe you'll like this Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Mario and Luigi. And anyways, she refuses to play any more RPG like games because she got right to the final boss, and there's a certain item you needed to keep and have, and she didn't have it, so she got stuck on the final boss, and now she just refuses to play RPGs again.
That's right. Speaking of great games on the Switch, have you heard about the Sonic Origin? Like, look, there's a whole bunch of drama with the Sonic Origin. Maybe someone can volunteer to explain how that works. I don't care. I love that they're coming out with this Sonic Origin. Like, I'll give my reasons in a moment, but what do you guys know about Sonic Origins?
Are
you guys too busy looking up Collectorcades or something?
No,
been under a rock?
I've been looking at, as you guys know, I'm a fan of VR gaming, and I've been more focused on the Ghostbusters, not Sonic. That's what I've been. But tell me, what is this?
Okay,
Sonic
okay.
What?
Let me explain. So a couple years ago, there was a couple fans that created a widescreen version of Super Mario World. This is in, like, they did it through emulation, where they took a look at the game and they said, we believe we can take a 4x3 version of Super Mario World and a couple more. I think the Zelda game for Super Nintendo, what is it called? The Link to the Past?
Greatest game ever made. The greatest
That's
game
right.
ever made. That's how you say it.
I think they worked on a widescreen version of that. And basically what they did was, F-Zero was another one. They made a widescreen version of it, and it's legit. Cool. It's legit. And how they did it was they took the background and said, we'll actually fill in the screen, like those extra spaces in an emulator. Well, it looks like that's what I think they got the inspiration for Sonic Origins.
Oh! Sorry, guys.
It is Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic Knuckles, and Sonic CD, all like redone, like fully remastered, and they have all these variants. So they have a mode that's called the Anniversary mode, and that is like you can play it in its original form. And here it is, a widescreen version, and all these cutscenes for animations, that's in the game as well. But here it is, a 16:9 version. It's going to be on PS4, PS5, Xbox S, and One, and the Nintendo Switch. The big controversy about this, which I don't even care, it's a complicated DLC system where you basically get all of the game, but they broke up into like 4 DLCs. So if you want like the ultimate one, like who knows what it's going to cost, but who cares? The DLC is stupid. Like, just get the normal one. You're going to be able to play in these classic mode, anniversary modes. The DLC is like a hard mode or something. Who cares? But the anniversary mode, unlimited lives. They're just like, play through the game, have fun. That is cool.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. And what's funny too is I'm watching this video with your voiceover, and I think you just sold me on this. I do like Sonic 2, the one with Tails, the most. That's like my favorite Sonic game.
Yeah, I saw. I don't know if it was in the video. They show remember the half pipe? You ever played the 2-player half pipe one? They have that in the game, but it's widescreen. Come on, 16:9, fully remastered.
So yeah, I was a little concerned when you said 16.9, and I was looking at it first
not
because
stretched.
I didn't think it was stretched. What I was concerned was they actually just what do you call it? They actually just went in closer, and the characters would be bigger. It would be a pan and scan. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, sure.
So that's what I was concerned about, because if anybody is a classic Game Gear fan, or even Sega Master System, I think it's mainly Game Gear, you'll remember playing some of the Sonic games on the Game Gear, and those games are awesome. But one thing about it is you're a little bit too close up, and where Sonic relies on speed, you really do need the full screen for the distance to enjoy the game. Otherwise, like, you're running at a breakneck speed and you're like, a bird just comes out of nowhere. You have no time to react. So I was worried with pan and scan, it would make the actual characters bigger and game screen a little bit bigger and harder to play like the Game Gear games, but it looks like it's not that. It looks like it's completely recreated. So I didn't notice if Sonic 3 was on this. You mentioned Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. I love Sonic CD. I actually reviewed it back in the day, but no Sonic 3, hey?
I don't think Sonic 3 is on there.
What the hell is this?
Isn't it complicated?
What is this? Is this
Brutal.
what people were talking about in the live chat where they were saying show the table?
Yeah, the table is nonsense.
What
Okay.
is this? Just give me the freaking game.
Well,
Exactly.
they decided that the only clear way to figure out how to get the entire Sonic Origins collection was to make it comparable to the LSAT.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This okay, let me hold on. Let me wipe off my glasses and sit down and break it down. Which version do I need of this game? Holy cow. This is
And then the other thing, when I was going through it, I want to get it for Switch, right? And I don't see that the pre-order is available for Switch yet, so it's kind of frustrating.
Kev Gretz says the table was designed by At Games. That's actually kind of funny.
There you go.
It's actually pretty funny. Okay.
And there's all these articles. Like, if you go look at the articles, it is dumb. Like, I swear, like, I don't know, IGN, maybe, Polygon, maybe this is Sega's plan. They're like, check this out, guys. We're going to make this table. It's going to be chaos. And then all you guys hate on it. And then everyone will be talking about it. And then we'll fix it and we'll make $1 billion.
Yeah, so companies are trying constantly to come up with new ways to monetize their content and do things differently. I mean, obviously, loot boxes have been a nightmare, so they're looking at new loot box systems, and I guess this is kind of that. It just is so confusing and so stupid. Like, if they just sold it and done like a gold pack with everything included, or you could buy the introductory one, that would have been fine. But this table is ludicrous.
Like,
and
I think you can. That's that deluxe version. You get it all with the deluxe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's confused you. Just get the deluxe. You'll get it all.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
that's what I did with I just got Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on Switch, and they have like 3 or 4 download packs and stuff, and they have like different like buying options. I was like, just give me the deluxe version that has everything. You know what I mean? Just give me the super. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look. I'll share my screen. It's really simple. This will solve it for you. This one's $39. It doesn't come with everything. This one's $44. You get it all. Just get the deluxe version. I think just get the deluxe version. You get it all.
Yeah.
Just buy the more expensive version.
So there's some Sonic 3 apparently is on there, but there's some questions about audio that need to be discussed because one, Cammy brought up a great point. There's 2 versions of the soundtrack for the Sonic CD game. There's an American version and the Japanese version. A lot of people prefer the Japanese version. I personally grew up with the American version, so nostalgia stays with me. I love the American version. It'd be cool if they gave you the option to choose between the 2 different soundtracks.
I think that's in the digital version, the deluxe version.
Can you bring me back to the graph and show me subsection C minus A1? But I do want to bring up the fact too, Sonic 3 is going to be interesting because there's actually a big legal battle regarding the music for Sonic 3 because no, this is a real thing. So apparently some of the music in Sonic 3 may have been composed by Michael Jackson. So one of the reasons why they've never been able to really re-release Sonic 3 on any kind of thing is because they don't have the rights to the music. So when they do release it, they have to change the music. So it'll be interesting to see if Sonic 3 has the original music, the Michael Jackson music, or if it has new music included.
Yes, Mystery Encoder, we are having a live show right now. Thanks so much for the $2 donation. And a junior Mystery Encoder, we are live. Your daddy is not lying to you. Why does your son think you're a liar? I think that's more what we need to dig into a little bit further. Let's dig into that. But before we do that, guys, I want to talk about this. Come on. Oh, wait. I got to click this button. Ghostbusters VR, guys. Come on.
Oh, yeah. This looks exciting.
Wait. Wrong button. There we go.
That's kind of a cool view, though.
What? This view?
The one, if you go back to where you were, it was kind of like you're a newscaster.
Yeah. That's kind of true.
All right, this up on PDubs Arcade Loft, we're talking about the news here. And so Ghostbusters is a really good game that's for VR that's coming out really soon, and I'll be playing it a ton on my VR. So you definitely want to hit subscribe because we're going to have a ton of VR content on this channel. A little bit less At Games because there's just nothing coming out for At Games anymore, but we will be talking about firmware updates for my VR. Now, I got 3 of them. I got 3 VRs. And each week they come out with new firmware updates, and I'll be covering it right here in my loft.
I think that actually worked out quite well.
So, I'm really excited about this. Like,
I think we missed the entire trailer. Let's go back.
Entire trailer, but I'm really excited about this because there hasn't been a lot come out in the realm of VR that's made me want to pop my Oculus Quest out of the box and go do some stuff. Like Resident Evil 4 came out, and I was already playing that on PC, so I didn't really jump on that. I probably should go back and get that one, but this one is the one that's finally going to make me dust off the box and say, yeah, it's time to do VR again. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. My daughter loves Ghostbusters, and just being able to share this with her and experience this with her, hopefully it's going to be really good. Hopefully it's not corny, and we'll see where it goes. I've yet to play a modern Ghostbusters game that wasn't somewhat good, so yeah.
It looks like an old ninja movie with bad subtitles for donuts. Oh, I think it looks like cheesy fun. You know what I mean? And you never know. It might surprise you. Like, I honestly thought like those the Vader games, the whole Vader trilogy that's on Oculus.
That was great.
Well, my impression was when I like watched the trailers and stuff, I'm like, okay, these games are obviously really short, and the whole battle scenes, like with the lightsaber, I thought they looked cheesy, like it looked kind of stupid. And I played the games. I played through all 3 Vader games, and I was hooked, man. It was an amazing experience. And who's to say this might end up being super fun? You know what I mean? Like I think it looks okay. I think you're being too hard, Michael.
What?
I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding, keeping you on your toes, buddy.
Jeez Louise. The one thing I was looking at there, I don't know if it'd be possible, and I don't know if there'd be I would love it, but I don't think it would hit the mainstream appeal that they're probably looking to make with this. But if you have an opportunity to do something like this and you're not going to do the movie characters, man, how cool would it have been if they made it and you played one of the 4 cartoon Ghostbusters and it was done in a cartoon world back from the days of the real Ghostbusters? Like, how awesome would that have been? I don't think it has enough mainstream appeal, though.
What was it called? The real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters, because the other Ghostbusters cartoon was about a monkey and another person that solved mysteries, apparently.
Yeah. Carl, you like VR gaming like me, man. What do you think of that one? Does that tickle your fancy or not?
Yeah, I mean, Ghostbusters iconic for me growing up. I mean, we watched it every year, so I'm definitely interested. I have not, unlike Michael B, I've been doing so many other things. I have not used my Oculus.
I'm just trying to learn how to play the chords to the song.
Look at that. All right, hold on.
Your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Detroit love.
Right, do it again. Now that we got you in the right shot.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, do you guys ever hear the backstory on that song? Yeah.
What?
No.
The studio wanted Huey Lewis in the News, but they didn't want to pay them, so they just found somebody else, and they were like, "Here you go. Here's the song, and make it sound like Huey Lewis in the News."
It did sound like Huey. Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, Carl, did you get a chance to finish what you were saying? I
was just saying, anything to get me to pull this thing out.
Whoa!
We're talking about VR. We're talking about VR.
We're not talking about that girl.
I do that in VR as well with the little Japanese girl, but that's another story for another show.
Hopefully, we can't see the games list and the watch time and how much he plays on the VR. That's something I don't want to look at.
No, but I haven't played in a while, so I'm definitely interested. My house goes through these stages where, Christmas, I bring out all these boxes. My wife has 1 million Christmas items. I don't know why we need all those things for Christmas. So all these boxes come. So my open spaces always get contained with all these boxes. So everything's clear now. So I should be able to get on there and try something out.
Yeah, Kev Grit actually just brought up a good point. What I said about the Huey Lewis thing. Apparently, I Want a New Drug is basically Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay. I never put that together. But wow. Anything I can do to pull this out. That was great. Okay. Real quick, we have a Game Genie confession.
I do. Yeah.
Yep. Michael B. I'm not going to roll it. You want to tell people?
Did put you him full screen though?
Did you at least get the picture I sent you?
Yes, I have the picture. Do you want me
Okay,
to
so-
do I need to display the picture?
No, not yet. But
right.
anyways,
Is it
guys,
scary? Is it
No,
scary news?
it's a little bit scandalous.
It-
A little bit scandalous.
Oh man. Let me pull it up here. Go ahead, keep talking.
So, guys, you probably noticed that I haven't really bought much in the terms of home arcade this past year. Of course, me and my wife had the baby. I've been saving up a little bit and also considering getting into the real pinball world. So I haven't been buying a lot of home arcade products. I'm on a bit of a not buying. I kind of promised my wife I wouldn't get anything. But recently, a new home arcade product was announced and put up for pre-order, and I was super intrigued about getting one. I reached out to the company to see if they would possibly send me one as a review unit, and they said no dice. So I decided I really, really wanted it. Talked to my wife about it, and I'm all in. I love this company. I want to support them. The first version of their cabinet I got as a review unit, but now I'm putting my money where my mouth is, telling you how much I like them and how much I want to be a part of it. So MichaelB the Game Genie invested the money, and I have purchased the iiRcade Gold Edition.
What?
Yeah. Even though I have the iiRcade already, I know I made a video talking about it. It doesn't do much. I will tell you some behind the scenes information about this. I talked to John, and John is like a cult leader, man. Like, you talk to him, like, he is so invested in his own product and talks about it the way he explained it to me about the experience and the experience compared to the original cabinet. And I was just sold. I was sold immediately. I want to experience this myself. And I put my money down. And you know what's even weirder is, like, I'm this arcade guy. I proudly talk about how I like the arcade cabinets to be as close to original as possible. But I even went with a game that's not even an arcade game. I went with the Dead Cells cabinet just because I thought that was the prettiest one. And it was tough. It was tough to make that decision. But yeah, so I've got the iiRcade Dead Cells Gold Edition coming to me when all you guys get it as well. So money where my mouth is. I'm betting hard. I'm all in with iiRcade. Do me right, guys.
All right, we got knuckles deep. I can't wait to pull this out. I'm all in. This is the most perverted show we've ever done. David says we need to refocus, guys. When is Pac-Mania coming? Real quick, these Arcade1Up Legacy cabinets, Pac-Mania, Mortal Kombat.
They're coming in June.
Yeah, we haven't heard. June? Like the pre-orders in June?
Yeah.
There you go. Pre-orders in June per MichaelB the Game Genie.
MichaelB, let's be honest. You got that cabinet because you know your buddy was going to get it, and you didn't want your buddy to get it first because he has every iiRcade's ever been made.
Mike Dalton.
He was just over the house. You guys had to be having this conversation about it.
No, Mike Dalton didn't get Dead Cells yet. He is thinking about getting Dead Cells. He's bought the Space Invaders one. And honestly, when I showed my daughters the cabinet, because I was having trouble deciding between the Dragon's Lair and the Dead Cells one, my daughter looked at it and she wanted the Space Invaders one the most. But I mean, I don't know what it is with iiRcade. I don't really associate it with the classic arcade games. I just wanted to go with what was prettiest, so I went with Dead Cells.
We got a $2 donation from Tyler. Hell, he just picked up his iiRcade. Thanks, Game Genie. And then we got a $10 super chat from Vizel.
Well, thank you
Mike
very
with
much,
his name.
Vizel.
We definitely don't need to do that. We greatly appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
Tech Buzz is here. Better be made of gold for that price. Tech Buzz has been teasing us on Instagram and Twitter that something is coming on his channel. Is it the return of the Retro Buzz or something different?
No, it's just he's brewing a cup of coffee and it takes a really long time.
He keeps saying something's brewing, right? And I'm like, Folgers, get yourself a Keurig.
The best part of waking up is Tech Buzz in your cup.
Oh, geez.
Let's see here. Yeah, so all those legacy cabinets, guys, we're assuming June pre-orders. That's what we're assuming. Sounds like Father's Day stuff, kind of thing. $2 super chat from Scarpad. Will John give Mike a place to stay in Korea? That's interesting.
I'm happy John gets to come home because I think he's been away for a long time. So, and it'd be nice for him to get home and see his family and stuff again.
Yep. Yep. So that's pretty cool. Pliskin said, "Why not Space Invaders?" Because that, you know what, people were saying out of all the new skins, this one seems to be the most popular. Why Space Invaders?
Well, for me, like I think the Space Invaders is really cool. I think people are going to love it, but I wanted something more modern. I like my iiRcade for that reason. Restalgia, he talked to me a lot about it, and I didn't really see it. I didn't see the appeal of playing more modern games on iiRcade, but when I got it, that's what I gravitated towards. This one I want to see more of. So I just like the modern artwork. I mean, the only downside, and I talked to you guys about this in our YouTube chat, was that I think it's going to be hard to resell. Like if I ever decide to get rid of it, I mean, how hard is it going to be to sell a Dead Cells arcade cabinet? Obviously, something with Dragon's Lair on it or something with Space Invaders on it will be easier on the resale market. But, again, all in. So,
yeah, pretty cool, man. What else do we got here, Mike? I can't remember.
Okay, so Justin brought us into the Switch world, and that's a good place to be because
Yes,
there's been so much talk this past week from YouTubers all over the place about the Nintendo Switch Online, about games that did come out, as well as games that might be coming out, and leaks about stuff that should be on that system. So let's talk about that stuff, guys. Anybody like playing retro games on the Nintendo Switch? We got some great news for you.
I do. I just started playing a lot of the Sega games on the Switch. And I've been having fun. And everyone made fun of me when I told them I was playing a game I had never played before. What was it, Gunstar Heroes? Everyone acted like I was like the biggest jerk off on the planet. Like, you never played Gunstar Heroes. How dare you? And I was like, dude, guys, it is impossible to play every effing game that has ever been invented. But these guys
I'm sorry.
These guys were going knuckle deep up because I didn't play Gunstar Heroes before.
But how it usually works is, how dare you not know about Gunstar Heroes, which I just learned about last week?
Yeah.
And I'm going to pretend like I've known about it for 30 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Anyways, they brought some fire this week. They came out with usually when the Nintendo has been coming out with when Nintendo comes out with new games for the NES or the Super Nintendo lately, it hasn't been the highest of quality, but the Sega Genesis, they really brought out 3 awesome games this week. So we get Shining Force 2, which is awesome. We get Space Harrier 2, which is a really cool game, and of course Sonic Spinball. So they really knocked it out of the park. 3 AAA titles. So
they did the Spinball game?
Yeah, Sonic Spinball's out.
Oh, my daughter's going to flip out. She loves that game.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Love Sonic Spinball. And Shining Force 2 for tactical RPG fans. You're in for a treat. I don't know. I'm surprised Shining Force 2 came out because for people that bought the Genesis Mini, they only had Shining Force 1. So I'm happy that there's a way to play both of them now. These are awesome games. I'm hoping eventually, I know they probably won't, but I'd like to see maybe some Sega CD games hit this platform as well, because there's also a Shining Force CD, which is actually a combination of the 2 Game Gear Shining Force games, and they would be an excellent fit for the system as well. More people should play Shining Force.
Yeah, but also this game's a classic right here.
Oh, Sonic Spinball? Yeah.
Holy, total fun.
So have you guys heard about that? Okay. So this is great.
Okay.
We're on legit, like straight up Switch, Space Harrier 2, whatever. It's going to be awesome. What about the leaks that
there we go.
Game Boy Advance games are coming to the Nintendo Switch? Ooh. Which would be crazy because like that is the era, like what is it, 2001, 2002, where Sega started making games for the Game Boy Advance, right?
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of awesome Game Boy Advance Sega games. Oh, there's also a whole bunch of, I don't know, just tons of Game Boy Advance games. What a lot of people don't know about the Game Boy Advance, like people in our age, right? Like in that 40 age, I never had a Game Boy Advance. But what I learned later is that the Game Boy Advance, I got one years later, 16-bit and 32-bit. Some of the games that are on that are like Super Nintendo quality and maybe a little bit more. A lot of the games, for example, that system itself is one of the very first ARM-based portable systems, so that's kind of cool. They were supporting ARM way back in the day. And what was the other thing? It was powerful enough to do the Super FX stuff, but like native, because they didn't want to spend and put FX games like on the little cartridge, right? So they pumped up the spec of that, And it's got that different resolution, but there's tons of people that are playing Game Boy Advance games on a modern television. Like you can do it on an analog pocket. There's all these mod kits to do it with original hardware, emulation. If you love Super Nintendo games, there's a whole collection of games that you could be playing. And then they're going to bring that to the Switch, it looks like, according to the leaks.
Mystery Encoder says that that was fake news, according to MVG. Is that Modern Vintage Gamer?
Well, I would trust him for sure, but I saw some other videos where they were like, they did a dump of some OS of the Switch. Maybe it's a dev kit. Not because someone else verified that they took a dump of they took a P dump. Trying to actually, that's what it's called actually when you dump it. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, and they did analysis of the files and they found a sleuth emulator inside there. I still think it's a possibility.
You know, Justin, we should do a show together, and what we should do is it'll be called the P Dump and Console Shit Show. Two can play at that game, my friend.
That's pretty good.
That game. P Dumps and Console Shits coming soon. There you guys go. All right, let's get back on track. What were you saying?
I just want to play Astro Boy. That's why I just want to play Astro Boy.
Tech Buzz is leaking insider knowledge. He's saying that At Games is going to make a Sonic spinball table. I haven't heard anything about that myself personally, but then again, I'm not part of their little thinger. Go ahead.
So a couple other things I wanted to bring up about that. It wasn't just the Game Boy, and we're not going to go there yet. I'm going to show you that in a second.
Okay.
So, okay. Let me tell you.
There's a lot of Joe Pesci in
the at the subway.
So console kids like to do impressions of me, and I actually, in my last video, I did this whole like where we always appreciate it when you hang out upstairs with us.
It's like a 5-second pause.
That was in response to the video where you were making fun of me. You're like, no, it was when you were a guest on our show when I wasn't here, and you were like, PDubs is always like, where we always appreciate it. So in like one of my last videos, I did that on purpose for you, and sure enough, Justin messaged me. He goes, "Did you do that on purpose for me?"
Right, he was like,
"It was so funny.
Always appreciate
it." Thanks for tuning in. Where we always appreciate it. That was so funny. All right.
Okay,
okay. Look at Mike. Mike, he's jumping out of his seat. Go, Mike. Go.
So on top of Game Boy, which is amazing because obviously the Switch is a portable system. It only makes sense to play Game Boy and Game Boy Color games and Game Boy Advance games on that while you're playing portable. There was also some leaks that came out about possible NES games coming to the console. And one of the things that always really bothered me about like the Castlevania collection and the Mega Man collections being separate pieces is that you wouldn't see the Mega Man games and the Castlevania games included on the NSO for the Nintendo libraries where they should be. But new stuff is leaked now showing that all the Mega Man games are potentially coming to the Nintendo Switch Online, Castlevania 1 and 2. There's a load of other amazing games coming. Yeah, it looks badass. So if that's going to happen, this just became amazing again.
Yeah, how would they release that? I wonder if they would just be like, boom, here's a big Capcom collection added.
Dump all the Mega Man games, yeah.
Right. And then, oh man, that'd be cool.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's just Mr. Encoder said that's what his Steam Deck is for. I still have not gotten my fulfillment email.
I haven't,
and it's like it literally breaks my heart every day that I don't get my order fulfillment email.
No, I want to get a Steam Deck now because the MU Deck, all I'm hearing is good things like, so you like your Nintendo Switch, and that's good. Nintendo Switch Online has amazing things on it. But now, like the Steam Deck, the Valve Steam Deck, like I don't care about playing modern games, but when I keep on seeing tweets going, this thing can play PS2 nearly flawless, and then another person's like, well, it's not every game. Like someone was saying, like the GameCube version of was it Simpsons Hit and Run? One of those games doesn't play as well, but the PS2 version is flawless. But I'm like, what are you talking about? Like a little handheld that can play some PS2 games? That's some killer stuff right there.
All right. So yeah, guys, make sure you check out your new SEGA games online on Nintendo Switch. Good stuff there. Michael B, we're running close on time here. So do we want to do this pinball stuff?
Yeah, pull up the screen. So Zen Pinball released a new pinball game this week. And, Cool Toy's not the only one with some inside track, able to buy it. So I picked up World War Z as well.
Wait, is this available for everybody?
Yeah, it's available right now. If you have the,
I still have not gone to Epic and bought
Yeah.
Pinball FX. I'm still kind of like in this little.
You're still stealing it, is what you're saying?
No, I've never stolen Pinball. I'm still in this, like, I have FX3. Do I really need this? You know what I mean? But, you know, and I
It's
have Indiana
really
Jones
good.
on FX3, you know.
but it's really
But then
good.
again, I really want to play that Noir game. Is the Noir game out?
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
Pinball
all right,
Noir.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm stealing your thunder. Go ahead. So
So
what about this game?
I don't know if you can hear the sound. I don't think so.
I'll just
but
do
I
the
played
sound
it.
effects.
Oh wait, this is live. This is you playing
Yeah.
right now.
This is me playing right now.
All right, guys, here we go. He's playing right now.
I haven't figured out how to stream directly from my PC yet, so it's just a screen share right now.
Where's the ball? I can't find the ball.
It's up in the bumpers.
All right, do us a favor, folks in the live chat. Let us know what you think of the World War Z table. Just came out. MichaelB is giving you a live demo right now. Anything can happen on the Super Game Room, dudes.
Yeah, so I actually meant to do this today, but I had a doctor's appointment and like 15 million baby appointments with my wife, so that never happened. So good timing.
All right, I gotta admit, this game looks kind of cool. Even though I thought the movie was shit, the game looks cool.
Yeah, and you know, it's a first foray for Zen into this new whole world right now. They're doing, you know how they did Universal movies, now they're getting into the Paramount movies.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just kind of zombied out. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys think about it, in the last 10 years, we have been blasted with zombie themed everything. You know what I mean? I'm just zombied out. You know what I mean? The book is good, World War Z. The movie, in my opinion, sucked. But this pinball table looks cool.
It is fun. Like, there's things I like about it and don't like about it. Like, I don't like the middle. I feel like the middle is lazy, where it just shows like a background of the like movie or show, whatever the hell it is. Like this part right here in the middle just feels like wasted space. I feel like the play field, there should be more on it.
Okay, so you think that the middle part of the playfield is too open, is what you're saying?
Yeah, too open with just like, it's lazy, right? Like, it was like, just throw some like art on it. That'll be fine.
Maybe you just haven't gotten to the next level where the zombies come out and you got to now defeat the zombies.
Oh, I would hate that. I hate those survival games.
Good. All right, Mystery Encoder, thanks so much for stopping by. Do us a favor, get back to work on your hacks. Why are you watching us? You should be hacking stuff.
He's
bro.
checking to see if we announce what the chipset is for the iiRcade, so you can hack that and then get sued by iiRcade for hacking them.
Yeah, they definitely appear to be very defensive about
Yeah.
that. Like, they want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you guys go. MichaelB, would you recommend this game? Because you've actually played it.
I would actually. It's a lot of fun. I would equate it to the other one they did, the Sky Pirate game. Like, it feels like in some of their newer tables, they're doing more of this busy art with too much stuff on the bottom of the screen, which I don't love. But I mean, it's still a really good table. The new physics are fantastic. So I see Emma and MichaelB is still terrible at pinball. That is correct.
All right, my dude, should we put a pin in it for the night?
Should put a pin in it.
All right. Guys, do us a favor. If you enjoyed the podcast, make sure you give us a thumbs up on the way out. That means so much to help the show. Also, leave your comments, feedbacks, and reactions if you watch it on replay. Special shout out and thank you to Console Kits. Link to his channel in the video description below. Make sure you subscribe to him, especially as a thank you for guest starring. Restalgia, we hope you feel better. We hope you feel better, and we'll see you soon. Carl, why don't you do your big thing? And then we'll go to Justin, and he'll rock us out until the credits roll. Go ahead. You're muted. You're muted.
I'll just say. Wait, I can't remember the line. How's it go? And until next time, we'll see you.
What happened to your microphone?
But Carl, you have to do the.
Wait, okay. Well, we'll have
Until
Justin...
next time, we'll see you on the web.
Play us out, brothers.
There's something strange, neighborhood, Who you gonna call? I don't know how it goes.
Ghostbusters. Something strange. And I don't know who.
I think
Who
it's
you gonna
Michael B.
call?
Okay, just go to the end credits.
Dude, this episode
way.
was. Oh, wait, you're
I'm
back?
frozen.
You're back?
Yeah.
Do it.
Hey guys, we appreciate you. We love you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not, and then until next time, we'll see you on the web.
Knuckle deep.